This year's theme at the festival celebrates motorsport maestros, the drivers and teams who conquered the world in all different categories of motorsport. This involved circumnavigating a large part of the globe, taking on both European and American championships.
The swinging 60s was the real golden age of the transatlantic maestros, and some of their best exponents were coming across the pond from America, like serial winner Mario Andretti.
Mario did it all. In every respect.
The living embodiment of a racing driver. His achievements are astonishing.
God gave him the gift, and that gift he polished really well.
Andretti was born in Italy, but after post-war border changes, the Andretti family farm became a part of Yugoslavia. After 3 years of trying, the family finally got their visas to move to the US of A.
America has been our host country. It's my home now. I always said a million times that passport does not change the blood, but in reality, I live the American dream. Motorsports is very rich of disciplines that you can make a career without looking over your shoulders. You know, sports prototypes, of course, Formula One, Indy cars, NASCAR, and all of that. I was totally blessed that I had those opportunities.
Mario's success had caught the eye of Team Lotus boss Colin Chapman. It was time for Andretti to go transatlantic.
I met Colin in Indianapolis in 1965, which was my rookie year there. I said, Colin, someday I would like to do Formula One. And he said, Mario, when you think you're ready, you call me, I will have a car for you. Now, can you imagine what that meant to me? And Bruce McLaren, I learned so much from, as far as the technical side, rotating through the hairpin, you know, the slow corners and all that. And he and I spent endless evenings, you know, having dinner after a test and talking about things. And so, you know, one thing led to another. And, you know, 3 years later, in '68, I said, Colin, I think I'm ready. You know?
Andretti was a man in demand, and that meant a lot of traveling.
In 1978, I did 24 crossings on a Concorde alone. In '77, I won the French Grand Prix at Dijon. I got a helicopter ride with Keith Duckworth to La Bourget. I got the 545 Concorde to New York. My plane picked me up in New York, flew me up in the Poconos where I have a lake, and I saw the last 10 minutes of the race on CBS, which was delayed, telecast. And, you know, my friends even there said, oh, you know, I raced this afternoon, impossible. You know, so, you know, it's amazing how wonderful that was for us. You know, we could just get the work done.
This is the Lotus 77. In 1976, this very car returned Mario to the top step of the podium on a rain-soaked day in Fuji for the Japanese Grand Prix, a race most famously remembered for the Hunt versus Lauda title decider.
I'm going to be driving the car that you won the Fuji Grand Prix in 1976. Any tips on that car?
Well, hope for rain tomorrow, then they can just do the same thing. The car really flies in the wet, really loves it.
I think I'll be a little bit more careful and put it back in the museum.
Oh, you just go. Just go.
Right, let's go green and I'm off. Oh, wow! Even with the big rear tyres, it's so easy to light up the rear tyres, past the house and the crowd, and try and get some speed going. It's amazing, these drivers really had to drive the car on the throttle. No wonder you see those iconic images of the rear of the car dancing around as they slide through the corners. Past the wall, gave it a nice wide berth. This has come out of the museum after all. It feels so raw, it feels so mechanical. It just feels so special to drive, especially knowing that he was in it. He was in this cockpit, holding this steering wheel when driving on that wet and rainy day in Fuji. This is a very special car, and I'm a very lucky boy.